So for them that are selling this weight gain or weight loss pills, it's not healthy. So you can have maybe constipation, you can have adverse liver failure, kidney failure.
Lisa Hall. Lisa Hall. Lisa Hall.
Hey guys, my name is Lisa Okonye and this is Lisa's Hub, the visual podcast. Today I have another amazing guest with me in the house. She's a very good friend of mine and she's a certified nurse. Yes, we brought another health specialist for you guys. But first, I want to thank all my returning subscribers. Thank you for always watching the show. Thank you to those that just clicked on this video for the first time. I hope you enjoy this and watch other videos. Yeah, and so without further ado, join me as I welcome the one and only nurse Antonnett. Hey, how are
Thank
you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, she's blushing. So tell us about you. Let's meet Nurse Antonnett. Tell us a little.
Okay. My name is Antonnett. I'm actually a certified nurse midwife. I trained here and I'm also practicing here. I work at Faith Mediplex Hospital and I schooled at St. Philomena School of Midwifery. I graduated 2019 and then I furthered at Ladokia Akintola University of Technology and I graduated January 2023.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So she's a nurse and a midwife. That is awesome. So you mentioned the nursing school you graduated from.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about St. Philomena's nursing school and give us the insights? Because we had a previous episode where we had two guests talk about nursing school experience and they talked about a lot of things, including bullying and discrimination. And it even got to the point that one of them was threatened with expulsion if the video did not come down.
Wow.
Yes, so it's more like nursing school is maybe one kind of secret cult where whatever happens in nursing school stays in nursing school. Yeah, so just give us a bit of backstory. Tell us about your school.
Okay. As of 2016, when I gained the admission, so what they told us then was nursing is military.
Okay.
There's hierarchy in nursing. You have to respect your seniors. And so that was the mindset. And then they told us, you that you are just coming, your name is written in pencil. So when you fail, you just use eraser and just clean it. So when we got there, we just had to maintain ourselves. So then, like 2 years before I gained admission, there was a bully episode where a senior actually locked a junior inside the wardrobe. So then it was, I think it actually caused a very great fracas. And then I think she was even asthmatic and all that. So the parents were not taking it lightly. So then the principal then said, no bullying. If you bully anybody and she gets to find out, you'll be expelled. Even in St. Philomena, while I was still there, I don't know now, then they'll tell you, you can't even fight. When you fight, it's immediate expulsion. If you want to quarrel, say you will do the quarrel in a very calm way. Like when you're insulting your friend, like, this is cool, what can I use your eyes to see? That kind of thing. It's not like you really cannot beat that person. So like St. Philomena is actually a very great school to attend, and there you get all the basic and ethics you need about nursing and midwifery school. So there I had, like, if you don't know God, when you enter St. Philomena, you will know God because you will learn how to pray so that you can pass your exam. Not really because they don't mark based on your score only, your character too. So and then every exam you write is like a building exam. Most nursing school will tell you just PTS. But in St. Philomena, no. After PTS, which is your first semester, you're going home. There's no demotion safe. Yet one second semester, you're going home. Year 2 first semester, you're going home. Then you have a chance or an option of repeat. Then year 2 second semester, repeat. Year 3 first semester, repeat. Then finally, when you get that plain cap, you think you have actually achieved everything. But because if you don't pass with the final, you can't actually wear plain cap, which is the final stage. And you can actually pass with the final and still fail cancel exam. So in my tenure, there was no bullying as such because everybody there was just like, let me just repeat myself and pass. Because who do you want to bully might end up being your classmate. Because I had a classmate that she would just tell you, didn't you see me? She's small like me actually. She's like, didn't you see me? Can't you greet me? At the end of the day, she was not even, so not even a demotion she got. she was withdrawn from the school.
Whoa.
So that kind of scenario, like, so you really cannot actually form. But then they will tell you when a senior is coming down the stairs, you have to wait. But during my time, based on the whole, because it was like a fresh scandal because what really happened. So everybody was just maintaining themselves. So what they just do that, they'll tell you, can come or you can come, but you just have to greet. And I think the discipline is already instilled in you because of, how would I put it now? When you want to, because I think when I entered St. Philomena, then a senior came to my room and said, if you fail 5 courses, you will be withdrawn. If you fail 4 courses, you have demotion. And I started bragging, like, how will somebody just come to nursing school and fail 4 courses or 5 courses? What are you doing? As in, can't you read?
Until it was your turn and then it humbled you.
So what they do is they will have what you call mid-semester exam, like your first 3 months you write exam. With my full chest, please, my father should not hear this part, but baby girl failed 4 courses. When I went to the notice board, and in St. they'll write your name.
They won't even remove your results. Oh my god!
Like, you cannot fall for anybody because they'll be like, I know Senior Antonnett, so she will fail 4 courses and she'll be forming like that kind of thing. So when they pasted the result, and I saw I failed 4 courses, I'm like, so assuming this is PTS, this is how I go home. I'm like, no. Because then I did not really understand myself, because every Philomite will tell you, our logo then was, man know thyself. In as much as you read, pray as if there is no God to answer. Read as if there's how we used to arrange the word. So then, when I went to North One, I failed 4, my bunkmate failed 5, and both of us bragged. And I'm like, okay. This is how do we remove us all. So and then she'll be like, she's not a nice class person. And me, I can't read in the hostel. And that way we're trying to like please each other. Okay, when you follow me to night class today, I will stay in the hostel. It wasn't helping us. I will discuss. I told her, cannot continue like this.
At all.
Keep friendship. Let me go and study. When I'm back, we can talk. So like if you actually understand yourself in nursing school, it will be easy. And then the nursing school, then St. Philomena still gave us that. It's like an advanced secondary school. If you see any film, I just ask them, they'll tell you advanced secondary school, because once it's 7 p.m., you have to be inside hospital premises. Then once it's 10 p.m., you have to be inside the hostel, except you want to go for night class. And that night class, they must have come to count bed check that you've gone to night, like you've marked your name. They'll mark that name like to 10 for you. Then you now go to the hostel. Then 5 o'clock in the morning when they open hostel gates. Hostel might not want to open. So she'll be looking at you. She knows those that said they were going for night class. Should I put it like a boarding house? Yes, let me just put it a boarding house. So we're doing health check. Even when normal, I want to go to the market, the Konubini market is closed. There's a book we have outside. You sign in and you sign out. You write your name, Antonnett, New Benin Market, 8 o'clock. I'm serious. 8 o'clock in the morning. You will not write 8:30. That's when you return back and you will sign. It was that bad that you cannot have that liberty. And once it's 7 p.m., they cannot see you with a male folk. The only time you can be with a male folk is if maybe you're on uniform, maybe you're on night duty. So they will assume it's a patient related that is asking for direction.
God.
And then boys are not allowed to visit you in the hostel. So you can't have boys. So it's strictly your siblings, like female friends, your mother, that can actually come to the hostel.
Wait, can you go home?
You can go home only with permission. You write letter. You address the letter to the principal or the vice principal, stating when you want to go home, when you're coming back, reason why you're going home. And if the reason is not legit and convincing to her enough, my guy, you're staying in the hostel. And it's mainly weekend. So we just said, okay, we started writing, going home for weekend, want to collect food stuff and provision. So it got to a point, she'll tell you, no, you went home last weekend, so what are you going home to do? I can remember an episode where my dad was like, oh, your birthday is in December. Okay, come home for your birthday. I'm like, Daddy, I came home last weekend. How am I going to do this thing? And then I now wrote the letter. She now told me, I said, my father said I should come home. She said, call your father. I thought she was joking. She said, call your father. I had to call my father. She started narrating me. This is your daughter. She's always going home for a weekend. So imagine I'd actually going to my boyfriend's house. And my father would be like, so really?
So really, you've been going home? Where are you going to?
So my father was like, yeah, she actually came home last weekend. I want her to be coming home every weekend because I want to be seen my child every weekend because I know you people go home, you people don't stay with them during the weekend. So that's how she always wait for me every Friday to come and drop letter that I'm going home. So my father actually saved me from the stress of queuing and all that.
Daddy Antonnett, we say thank you for saving her.
And then too, St. Philomena, you attend mass. Be you a Muslim or a Catholic or Pentecostal, you attend mass. So Tuesday and Thursday is compulsory. Like you can get expelled
if you don't.
Yes, because when you are signing, like we told ourselves that this thing that we're signing our life. Like we're dedicating 3 years to our life, so St. Philomena. So like you just have to, if you are there, you will learn how to obey instruction. Whoever you are, you will drop it at the gate and humble yourself. If not, you can't last there. So that's all. But it's an interesting place to be. I'm not discouraging anyone. If you want to go to school, go to St. Philomena.
All right. So let's talk about weight gain and weight loss pills. The ones that are not recommended by doctors, the ones that our sisters are selling, our vendor sisters are
my
selling.
Fellow gender.
Yes, my fellow gender, the ones they are selling, are they recommended? Are they approved?
Okay, no, they are not recommended because technically most of them are not health practitioners. They are just those that just end up mixing different chemicals to just produce a tablet or a supplement for you, just as these organic creams that we have, where they just mix chemicals and they'll be like, come and buy you, it will help you. And at the end of the day, what you see is the bleaching effect. That's what you see. So for them that are selling this weight gain or weight loss pills, it's not healthy. I'm saying with my full chest, it's not healthy.
Honestly speaking, it's not healthy.
Because you tend to have adverse side effects. And you might not get the effects immediately. Much later, maybe when you are older, and then your immunity will drop because you don't know what the consequence of the drug is about, because they themselves cannot tell you. They can just go and bring someone that was fat before and now come and tell you this is how the person is. They just do Photoshop for you. Or it might be them. They might have taken something. Maybe they've gone to do liposuction. Most of them have gone to do liposuction. They'll tell you this was how I was before.
This is how I am.
This is how I am now. Whereas they went to do liposuction. They went under the knife. So what you can actually get from all these pills, you can have maybe constipation. You can have adverse liver failure, kidney failure. You can just
open your ears very well. Adverse liver failure and kidney failure.
Yeah, so there are bad and massive effects that is not even advisable for you to take pills to gain weight from someone who is not a health personnel. And say because you just want to drop weight or you want to add weight. And even when they give you the pills, sometimes your mindset works for you. If you tell someone that you've been diagnosed of cancer, even maybe when the result is false, that mindset of so I have cancer, depression comes in. Then you just
start
losing weight.
And
when you now go back and say it's wrong result, in 2 days
you've added weight.
You're back to yourself. So these pills, technically, you want to add weight. They will not tell you when you eat this, when you drink this medicine, be eating food that contains fat. So it's not the drug. It's the lifestyle. They will not tell you when you want to take weight loss pill, especially those that then let me use that green tea for example. It's not a pill anyway. They will tell you take it in the morning. Don't eat anything all through afternoon. You can take it in the evening or in between, take fruit. They are maintaining your lifestyle for you.
Lifestyle change.
So if you want to drop weight or add weight, basically it's your lifestyle. So now by the time you take the pills and you're no longer eating late night food again. 10 o'clock, Amaka have not gone to kitchen. So say she wants to off gas and mold eba. So technically, you're not drinking water. You're not taking more food. You're not getting occupied. You will drop weight. So your lifestyle has changed. And technically, if you really want to drop weight, you should, as a lady or even a guy, you will know that, when I do this certain thing or when I eat this kind of food, I add weight. So by the time you abstain from it, just as they'll tell you when you drink beer, your stomach will be big. They'll not tell you they want to take gin. When I take gin, it will make my stomach come flat. When you take gin, technically, it makes your stomach like you will not feel hungry. You just get that burning sensation, loss of appetite, reduced appetite, then you become an addict. What it does is it actually shrinks your liver. When you're taking all these massive, all these spirits, vodka, you think you're enjoying.
Shrinks the
You're
liver.
shrinking your liver. You're causing. It's
Shrinking
just like
your liver.
you can actually, you can actually buy meat from the market if you want to try it, and just turn the gene on it. You will just see it.
Oh my.
So that's why they'll tell you. Like most people will not tell you they add ice. That burning sensation is not there. They are putting Coke, but Coke has gas in it, in as much as it's ice. But you do not dilute the constituent of that particular gene. So when you take it, there's always a side effect for it, such as maybe when you're still smoking, so there's a side effect. So it's like you're having a chronic liver disease or a kidney failure, and then you think you're enjoying lifestyle, you're dropping weight, you're reducing, I'm taking gin, no, I'm not drinking beer, or it's big man lifestyle. If you're looking for an alcohol to drink, you can drink red wine. They said it's good for the heart. It's good for the heart. So you drink it. You can, I'm not saying you should just completely stop taking gin, but once in a while, it's not like it's an, you do, Pablo want to shut the banner, Pablo has bought vodka everywhere, Dorime. So you're doing more harm to yourself than good. Actually, you're not enjoying life. You're actually reducing your lifespan.
That means enjoyment really the key person.
Yeah, enjoyment. Yes, enjoyment the key person. Oh if you enjoy the wrong way, now if you give me chicken, I don't think enjoyment will kill me. Chicken.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. So for people that want to actually add weight or lose weight, what would you recommend rather than that pill, the pills our sisters are selling?
Okay, first of all, before I tell her to lose weight, so because I know this video will go viral, they'll be like, but she's on the chubby side. So what she's saying? So this is going to be do what I say and not what I do. Okay. So if you want to lose weight, first of all, you go and check your weight and be like, okay, you're weighing 80 kg. Okay. And you can be like, okay, I want to drop to 65. Okay. But mind you cannot drop weight in 2 days or in 1 week. Yeah. And it's going to be like a lifestyle pattern. And if you're on a chubby side, let me use myself for example. I can drop weight now for this first week. My body tends to adapt to that lifestyle. Yeah. And I'm back to where I am. So for those of us that are not like me, so this message is for you. First of all, you check your weight. When you check your weight, you check your lifestyle. Do you eat late at night? What kind of meals do you eat? So now you can do, it's not good to skip breakfast though, because you need to keep your brain alert. So you can eat in the morning. Okay. Take your normal breakfast in the morning. Okay. Now bread now is not good though. All this flour, all these baked processed foods, they're not good. You can take more of vegetables, more of fruits. Okay. Then you can actually skip lunch. Okay. You can take your dinner by 6. Okay. When you take your dinner by 6, you are done for that day. Something light. Something light. You can take your dinner by 6. Then you stay awake. Not like you take the dinner by 6 because you know that you will not eat again. You now go and sleep immediately. No. You give your body time to at least digest the food. Okay. And then you actually take fruits. You can take cucumber. You can take garden egg. These are like fruit that you can actually take that don't cause weight gain. Then maybe once in a while you can even take watermelon because at least you will pass urine like mad. You just Lipton actually works. So funny enough, you take Lipton and you get 3 crown milk. That 3 crown does not have cholesterol in it. Okay. So and maybe when you're frying your chicken, you can use all those oil that don't have cholesterol too. And all this junk lifestyle, cake or shawarma or burger or, I'm not saying you should stop eating it, because for someone who loves them, they can't. Just reduce it. If you take them like maybe every day, you can now start with, let's say, 3 times in a week.
You can't cut it immediately to once a week, or you have to reduce it portion by portion.
Yeah, because there'll be a relapse too. Yeah. And also, the kind of job that you are doing. So we'll talk about lifestyle. If you are doing this sedentary, if you have this sedentary lifestyle, whereby it's an office work where you just sit down, you press your system. If you even want to talk to the next person, there's an intercom near you. You have to call. You pass documents. You're not doing any body work. So you're prone to adding weight too. Then they'll tell you exercise. I mentioned it last because you cannot see me do exercise. So and one thing about going to the gym is when you stop, there's a relapse. You go back again. So everything has to be like your mindset, your lifestyle, and your main aim. Like, why do you really want to reduce? Do you want to reduce because you want to reduce? That's another thing. Or you are reducing because you have friends. Here's my friend now. figure 8. If I say let me be like, I want to just kill myself. So that's it. So you should have a reason why you want to reduce, and that would help. Then also for those that want to gain weight, let me talk for you now. Peace of mind.
Peace of mind, number one.
Peace of mind, number one. Because if you're bothered, if you're worried, if you're anxious, depressed, you can't add weight. You can't. You just drop weight. And most times, people will tell you when they are stressed, they add weight. I'm number one, so I'm in that category.
Yeah.
I can do 24 hours, 72 hours. I will add weight, and you'll be like, sure you've been working. I'm like, I don't know what's happening to my body. I'm just here adding weight. And also, so when you have peace of mind, number one, and also you want to gain weight too, you can eat food that contains fat, but not like, I don't mean go and buy meat that have all those oily meat. Go and buy
you just block the arteries.
Not that one, no. And eat adequate diet too. Eat adequate diet. But if from your family side, now let's talk about genetically, they're not on a fat side.
Yeah,
you cannot add weight, so no matter what you do, except you just. But there are some recommended pills and supplements, so that when I mean recommended, the one that doctors
approve.
Yes, because all these our sissy and auntie, they have gone to do liposuction. They have suctioned the fat. They will come and tell you before and after.
Yeah.
So if you want to actually gain weight, it's actually easier to gain weight than to lose weight.
Okay.
So now your lifestyle too. I'm not saying you should eat late because you want to gain weight. No, most of them that actually have this, maybe they want to add weight. How's your appetite like? So you can take multivitamins just to boost your appetite. So maybe if you eat maybe like 5 spoons, for example, you might be aiming at 10 spoons. Then you can eat at intervals. Like, don't starve yourself. Carbonated drinks to help. Like all this our Coke, Pepsi.
They help you.
Yes, they help. Then
doesn't mean you should buy 10 cartons and be drinking it every day. Moderation is very important for losing weight and gaining weight. Please.
Before you come and be diabetic, you will say it was Lisa's while begging you. Hey, too much of everything is bad. So, and also if you know the kind of food that you love eating, I feel you should dwell more on that. But at the same time, sleep too. Have adequate rest, because even if you eat the whole world and then you go and do Jackie, you know what they call Jackie work, all this work that are so tedious, you're burning it out.
Already.
So nothing is working. You're only eating to have energy to go and burn out. Neither am I saying you should eat and not work. You not have money to pay your bills.
Yes.
So in everything, balance it up. So that's just about have peace of mind, Sha. Have peace of mind.
So let's talk about something that has been raining now of recent, water fasting. Taking only water for a couple of days. Is this healthy?
Oh no, it's not healthy. Because you need food. Basically.
Even if you put maybe glucose or salt or something in
even
the
if you put glucose, it will only serve you for that period of time, where maybe 3 hours, 4 hours. How long are you going to be infusing glucose
into your water?
Because even in hospital setting, where they'll tell you your patient is not eating, for example, and then you put up an infusion that contains, we call it dextrose saline infusion, anyone 5% or dextrose water only, depends on the case. We still encourage them to eat. I for one encourage them to eat. I'll tell you, in as much as I'm pumping you in with an infusion, you need food. So logically, you're taking water and that glucose now, you will go and pass urine.
And it's gone.
It's gone. So when you drink enough water, you pass urine as frequent, except you have kidney issues. So technically, you need to eat. Even if you want to do water fasting so that you will drop weight, maybe it's going to work for them. Instead, they won't tell you do intermittent fasting. What it is at so time you're eating. There's also time you're not eating. There's also time you're eating. So there's always a break. Sometimes the times you will not eat are longer. Sometimes the time you will eat are actually longer to compensate. So in as much as you want to fast, you want to take water, you should eat. You can add fruits instead. Instead of you just abstaining completely from food, because they'll not come and tell you vegetarian, I don't want to be eating vegetable. That's fine. But say you not eat food, I want to be drinking only water. For how long? You only come down with. So maybe if you have an ailment that is not that was not even showing initially, it will come up.
Obvious. Wow.
Because your immunity will drop. There's nothing boosting your immunity. So you're just open to the air like that. And also you can maybe take your fruits normal, then if you don't want to eat, or you can eat in the morning. You cannot drink your water all through the day. Okay. But you just have to eat because you need to keep the brain alert. You need to give the brain glucose, because technically when you're doing that water fast, for example, you would have eaten before, maybe like some couple of days before deciding to do this fast. So what your body does is they break down the glucose that they've stored. Okay. They'll now break it bit by bit. Then it gets to a point where it's exhausted. You have not replenished it. That glucose that you're adding to the water, you're going to pass it out through urine. So what would the body work with? So your immunity drops. You fall ill easily because there's no energy, nothing. And maybe you take that kind of thing and you go and walk. Maybe you're doing Jackie walk. You're prone to being admitted. So, and then you can now come down with peptic ulcer disease now. You start coming to hospital. We'll now ask you what happened. I don't have ulcer before. I don't know. Because you cannot tell us that you're drinking water.
Only water.
And even what I've observed in this profession is if somebody is doing something bad and they know it's bad, they'll not come and tell you, I don't know what happened. And you'll be there, innocent us, we'll be racking our brain.
Trying to figure it out.
Thank you. Whereas 80% of the problem is coming from
you.
So please, abstain from water fasting. I'm not saying don't do it at all, but you can eat in the morning. Then you can do your water fasting. And maybe since you like watermelon in the evening. But for how long can you actually keep up so you don't come down with PUD? So imagine someone that already has ulcer, maybe that is being triggered as a result of drugs, for example. You're doing water fasting. You're causing problem for yourself now. You can't be giving us money in the hospital.
So, quick question before we round up. Does nursing in Nigeria pay better than outside the country?
Please let me laugh. With all seriousness in my face right now, I'm not even smiling. So that nursing and midwifery council, in case they get to watch this video, they're not paying us better in Nigeria. And it's so bad that we just have to travel out to go and earn better. Because when you go to nursing school, the money we spend in nursing school, I said to my father that the money you spend in St. Philomena, I've not even worked it all. And here I am, I'm going to do another one too. I'm like, God. They don't pay us better. I think that's because here we have auxiliaries. Over there, they have auxiliaries, or they call them health assistants. Sometimes they won't call them the auxiliaries too over there. But they know what their job description is. But here now, you see someone, you see a private hospital now, they'll tell you, she stayed with me when I was going into hospital. You now go and apply. They'll tell you auxiliary is heading you as a matron. She's earning more than you. So you that went to school, what's happening? So, and I also blame our nurses too, my fellow colleagues. Most of them have pharmacies, chemists rather. They will employ them to stay in their chemist. So you are breeding them, you are teaching them. You go to some private hospitals, the smaller ones, you will see auxiliaries there. So it's not all health personnel you see on white uniform that are nurses. Now they even migrate. They upgraded. They now wear scrub with us. So we don't even know what we want to wear again. But one thing I know is when you see a nurse, you will know the nurse because character-wise, how they compose themselves, how they speak their English, how they act, you just know that, okay, yes, this one is a certified nurse. So your question, they don't pay us. In short, money they are paying us is not worth what we do actually. We're not being paid with. So that's why most of us, that's why you're seeing many jackpot. That's our slogan now. There's any nurse you see now, hold them stronger because in the next couple of months now they wanna move.
Wow, that's serious. And it's very sad. It's very sad. I feel like in this country, it's just hard for them to appreciate people. Every profession is so difficult for them to appreciate. Those that are actually doing the back-breaking work, it's so hard for them to appreciate us. Okay, so final one. How often should somebody go for checkup? Because I need to know, how often do I need to go for checkup?
Okay. If you don't have any existing health condition, you can do your checkup once in 3 months. But
I thought you need to say once a year.
No.
Once in 3 months.
Yeah, once in 3 months.
I failed in my entire existence. I failed because Let me not even go there, but go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
So it's advisable once in 3 months, you can just stroll in. You know that in Nigeria, if you don't have any, like if you don't want to die,
death-threatening sickness,
you cannot come to the hospital. So that, but over there, they'll just stroll in and be like, oh, I'm having a headache. I just want to check myself. I just want to check my blood pressure. So I think if we really, maybe someone who is already like 40s, late 30s, you should go and be checking your BP at least once every week.
It's good to have the
machine or have the machine at home. Yes, you check your glucose level, because there are some health conditions you just trivialize and be like, I'm on a slim side now, so I can't be diabetic. Who said so? You can. Your lifestyle can make you be diabetic. Leave your body structure. You can see a very chubby person, she's not diabetic. You can just say that, okay, maybe she can be the matters, and very soon she will drop weight. So what's happening? So technically, once in every 3 months, you should do your checkup. And for those that permit me, all these our brothers and sisters that were not faithful, please, every month go and do RVS test. Just go and check yourself so that you don't end up spreading virus. Help us to curb it, because it's not written on the forehead, though. No, it's not written. It's not on the palm. It's painful when you know you have it and
you're still spreading.
You want to spread it. So technically, once in 3 months, once in 6 months, but once in a year, no, it's too far. Because what happened from that? Are you telling me that from January to December you do not feel any? She want to balance, but she can't answer that. So please, because now you just see, my father told me, what would just make someone just sin and just die? I said cardiac arrest. He said, young person, like the man went out, and sat down, like rest his head on the chair, and he was gone. So if he had actually been going for checkup, there'll be a history that he's having issues, like he's hypertensive, or maybe there's a defect somewhere. So once in every 3 months, I'm telling you, like I said earlier, do what I say, not what I do. So it's not like I check my BP. You are what?
Nurses are always worse. They always get the people that will run from injection, run from drugs, and not go to the hospital for checkup.
It's okay, please don't loud it. Don't loud it. We're trying to help you people, because if we go and be doing,
if you don't take care of yourself, who will take care of us?
No, we put people first.
No, put yourself first, because you are more important.
So please, don't be like us. Like once in 3 months, most people will tell you they have phobia for hospitals, but now there are pharmacies where you can actually check your BP. But while it's advisable to check it in the hospital, is what if you check it and the reading is high? You need to see a doctor. So it's not like, because now they'll just say you, I went to the hospital. Waiting they do you. Nothing they do you. You just go check yourself. You get, so we should make it a habit. Do some routine investigations. Run kidney check, liver check, your glucose level. Check to rule out hypertension, malaria. Everybody have malaria too.
Cancer.
Cancer, hormonal imbalance. There's so many checkups you need to do. Even fertility checkups too. There's so many things you need to do so that you can literally beat your chest and say, oh, I'm a healthy human. And because I think when you find out that you have a problem early enough, it can be tackled. That's why you see that people that actually test themselves and find out that they have cancer, they tend to last longer than those that don't. Yes, because you might be in the end stage, because there are 2 types of cancer that you have. Maybe topic for another day if I'm being invited anyway.
We invite you especially next time.
So there are 2 types anyway. So you have the one that is being destructive. So if maybe you're already in that stage, you won't know. You're wearing your jeans, you're rubbing your powder, you're carrying your bag, Pablo is going to bar, everybody's just cruising, but we're dying inside and we don't know. So it's good to just go check yourself and then know that, okay, I've gone today, or I've gone this month, I'm okay. But that RVS, that HIV test, please, I even recommend it every month. If you know that you're doing, you know what I mean, and let me not loud it.
Let's not loud it.
Yes.
So you know what you're doing. In your heart of hearts, you know what you're doing.
So just try and check it so you don't spread it.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on this show. Do you have any final words for our viewers?
I want to say thank you so much for having me on the show.
Don't thank me.
Thank you so much. And please, if you've not subscribed to my friend's channel,
that's her final word. Thank you.
Please do so, because the channel is very educative, interactive. If you have any question, you can actually drop it on the comment section. I would see it, and she would see it too, and I would reply. Respond. So just do so. I love you, and I can't wait to be here again. Thank you.
All right, guys. So you heard it from her. Do routine checkups. You don't have to have a death-threatening sickness before you go for your checkup, okay? And of course, yes, subscribe. And with that, we have come to the end of this episode, and not just this episode, we've come to the end of this season, the first season of Lisa's Hub, and I am super excited. Every episode has been a hit, and I'm thankful to all my subscribers, the returning subscribers, and even the new subscribers. I'm thankful to everybody that has been watching, following, and of course dropping comments for me. So we say thank you, and of course we'll see you on our next season. Don't think Lisa's Hub is going to stop. No, it's not going to stop. I'll see you on the next season, and of course subsequent seasons after that. So thank you for watching all our episodes. If you haven't watched other episodes, go ahead and watch them. You'll be very, very informed. Okay, so thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time you watch this. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you next time when Lisa's Hub comes back with the new season. Bye.